A Michigan community is about to lose its emergency room and its inpatient hospital care, and patients were given only about 3 weeks to prepare. On September 1st, Henry Ford Health will end hospital operations at Henry Ford River District Hospital in East China Township, Michigan. And to be clear, this is not Henry Ford Hospital in Detroit. River District currently has a 24-hour emergency department and provides inpatient hospital care to this community. But at 11:59 p.m. on August 31st, that emergency department is scheduled to close. Henry Ford says the building needs extensive infrastructure repairs and modernization, and that continuing hospital operations there is not financially sustainable. Some healthcare will remain on the campus, including primary care and infusion services, but those services cannot replace an emergency department or an inpatient hospital. According to Henry Ford's transition information, the new Baltimore Emergency Department is about 18 miles away, or roughly 25 minutes. Another emergency department in Chesterfield is about 25 miles away. And the closest alternative Henry Ford list for a full service hospital, Henry Ford Macomb, is more than 34 miles away with an estimated drive of about 40 minutes. And again, those are ordinary driving estimates. They do not tell us what happens when an ambulance is responding to a stroke, sepsis, respiratory distress, major trauma, or another emergency where time matters. And then they also don't tell us what happens when ambulances have longer transports and take longer to return to their service areas, or when neighboring emergency departments absorb those additional patients. And then here's another accountability question. River District became part of Henry Ford Health through the Henry Ford and Ascension, Michigan joint venture that took effect back in 2024. So, less than 2 years later, its hospital operations are being eliminated. Doesn't automatically mean the decision is improper. Buildings do age and hospitals can become extraordinarily expensive to maintain, but it does make several questions reasonable. When did Henry Ford determine these repairs were financially unsustainable? What alternatives were evaluated before eliminating emergency and inpatient care? How many patients use this ER? And then what happens to the nurses and all of the other hospital employees? Somebody has an emergency after August 31st, how much farther will they have to go to get the care they need?